A 200-year-old diary found in a small house in Maine gives a rare look to the face of the sun centuries ago. The aged pages are among a mere handful of early U.S. solar observations, and could shed a lot of light on the solar activity cycle. In 1816, the Northern Hemisphere experienced what many call the year without summer. Jonathan Fisher, a congregational minister who studied extensively at Harvard University before becoming a reverend, thought that perhaps the sun was the culprit. Then, in June 1816, he began making detailed drawings of sunspots in his diary. "Fisher is a special case for me, because he was born too early," Michael McVaugh, a historian at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. McVaugh and solar scientist William Denig of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration NOAA wrote a document that reports on the discovery of sunspot drawings in Fisher's publications. In April 1815, Mount Tambora in Indonesia burst, throwing ashes and sulfur dioxide into the air and forming aerosols that prevented the entry of sunlight. The resulting plummeting temperatures caused large agricultural losses in Europe and North America, causing widespread starvation. As he was a highly educated man, it is likely that Fisher knew about the speculated association of colder temperatures with sunspots. Just 2 weeks after the heavy snow covered his home in Blue Hill, Maine, in June 1816, Fisher began drawing sunspots in his diary. He continued drawing until the summer of 1817, when the weather returned to normal. Only a handful of others in the Americas made observations of sunspots before 1816, and Fisher is the only person in the region who is known to have recorded the sunspots of that fateful year. Fisher's diaries were not kept for centuries, but were displayed with pride in his historic home. But when he was young, he had developed a code that made his diary difficult to decipher.